is a great day to call the Hogs. Then again, around here, they don't think there's any other kind of day particularly special when it's the opener of a new season for the Arkansas Razorbacks. The calendar has been circled for this one for quite some time. Throughout the offseason, anticipation for an early-in-the-year top-5 clash. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 5th-ranked team of the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Wide receiver shows motion. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
I think bad fundamentals on that throw by the QB guys. You saw him threw that off his back foot. When you do that, your accuracy suffers. And that ball kind of sailed on him a little bit. That ball should have been intercepted.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snagged in the middle. It's Howard. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
The Razorbacks are rolling down the field. Quick strike complete. Just ran over it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And offenses nowadays, they really just count numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds him out of the backfield. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. Touchdown, TCU. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
I I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
That makes the score TCU 7, Arkansas 0.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Pulled and finds his man on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
On second down, he'll fire. Makes his connection. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now, guys. Of course, we're only in the first quarter. This guy's already thrown 1 pick. He should have thrown his second right there.
Second and 10 here. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field and get him to the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Offense getting set for first down. Trying the left side. Still running at the 40. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's got 42 yards on the ground already. What a way to get this season started.
And a big run for this offense. I tell you what, first game, first half, you want to create as many explosive runs, make the offense as easy as possible to start the season, and that will do it. Nice explosive play by this offense.
Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Finds his man and they convert. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Goes to the option. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's third and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on fourth. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's first and goal.
The Horned Frogs trying to cash it in on first and goal. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the...
Can anyone catch him? Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And what a play call. You can feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness. This defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it, get it to your running back, let him do the rest, chew up some yardage, and make the big play for the offense.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's going up top. He's got it. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he got loose, it was all over. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. UConn is getting dominated today. And, you know, the folks in stores deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 21 to Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job.
Got a lot of running room. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, TCU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And the extra point splits the upright. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line.
You know, punt cover team, not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway. That is a massive play on special teams.
On the option. The pitch. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got his man quickly. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make him play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. At the 45 on his way. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
How nice is it as a quarterback that you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the point after is good. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send send its offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Makes the grab. It's Walters. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Going for it all. Brings it down on the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Send that offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He wants to throw.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense. Understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you can tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The back goes in motion. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. But a nice job by the defender just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Deep. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. You can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
It's a reverse. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Defensively, it's like which one of these guys are the most dangerous? Goodness gracious, you got so many guys that spread you out with speed and wide receivers that you think about taking away the passing game. And then what do they do?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU!
it gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were, and the back knew exactly what he had to get 6.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, they decided to try to run it in on that 2-point play. He got 2 yards, but he needed 1 more. They fall short.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
He'll come out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to him. And they got him for the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Slings it. He's got it. At the 35, he's open. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
And the Razorbacks are on the move. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Nebraska is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure folks around that program feel that way. Something's up there in Lincoln. They're trailing by 28 to Florida State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything. He's got it on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line gets set. First down. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. That's reeled in. It's Howard. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Out of the gun. The running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Quickly complete. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down.
That's an Arkansas Razorback.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
It's caught downfield. Afterburner's coming. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much.
He's loose. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, TCU! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Coming after it. A 3rd and long coming up here.
42 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. At the 40, there he goes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to pass on second down. He's got it. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, TCU 47, Arkansas 28.
First down to start the drive after the break. Motion from the offense. On the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stokes. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Razorbacks! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive. But the offense, a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get loud out.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Oh, look out! Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. Caught over the middle. It's Cunningham. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
They'll throw it on first down. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back goes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over the Royals. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll start this drive firing. He's got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win. But they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
Makes the grab down the middle.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They want to just keep throwing it. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He makes a grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Arkansas! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Okay, Justin, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Found a little open space. Unfortunately, it was in the wrong direction. 2nd and long coming up. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the 2nd half, and I think that's the right decision.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete to the right. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed on the outside, it's Howard. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Man, that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
They'll go to the toss. At the 35, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a